Hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast. Today we have a really interesting and complex topic, a deep dive into a city council dispute, complete with resolutions, investigations, and some serious drama.
Oh, wow, you're not kidding. I mean, city council meetings often seem pretty routine, but this one is like a soap opera mixed with legal drama. So, what's the gist? Can you break it down?
Absolutely. So this all centers around Councilmember Nikki Brooks in Iowa Colony, Texas. There's been a lot of tension revolving around her behavior, accusations, and a resolution to formally denounce her conduct.
Okay, so they're basically saying, hey, Nikki, your actions aren't cool. But what kind of actions are we talking about here? Just normal political squabbles or something bigger?
It's definitely bigger. The resolution lays out some serious claims. It accuses her of disrespect towards fellow council members and city employees, non-cooperation, and multiple violations of city rules and the code of conduct. Plus, there's mention of false legal accusations she made, like claims that the city broke various laws, including the Texas Open Meetings Act.
Whoa, so it sounds like she wasn't just disagreeing. The council felt she was actively undermining the city government?
That's right, and there's more. The city attorney filed a complaint against Councilmember Brooks, alleging discrimination, harassment, and retaliation against her related to age discrimination and other violations.
That sounds messy. Are these accusations just based on personal opinions, or was there an actual investigation?
There was an independent attorney investigator retained by the city who looked into everything. Their report found, among other things, that Councilmember Brooks targeted the city attorney with personal attacks on social media, failed to keep her personal and city-related social media accounts separate, and disrupted city business by yelling and cursing during executive sessions.
Yikes, cursing during official meetings? That's definitely crossing a line. I guess that stuff doesn't look good, especially in a professional setting.
Exactly. And on top of that, she was accused of making derogatory comments about older people and discriminatory statements about a city employee. The resolution also mentions ongoing false and defamatory posts after the investigation, which is seen as damaging the city's reputation and confusing the public.
I'm trying to picture this. So she's basically been acting out online and in meetings, stirring controversy, making accusations, and the city council is now saying, enough!
Pretty much. The resolution formally denounces her conduct as unprofessional, disrespectful, and divisive. At first, the draft even said she was unfit to hold office, but that language was later removed because some council members felt that was the voters' call, not theirs.
That sounds fair. I mean, publicly saying someone is unfit for office can be a big deal and might not hold up unless it's through proper legal channels or an election.
Absolutely. And the discussion around the resolution itself got pretty intense. Some council members expressed that serving on council is tough like navigating a minefield legally and stressed that while disagreement is totally normal, it should be respectful. Others said they cringed at some of the accusations, and some admitted feeling unsafe due to threats implied in texts.
Wait, threats? When did that come up?
Yeah, there was a pointed moment about a text message Councilmember Brooks sent that some members interpreted as a threat. It included a statement about stepping out with receipts, which the other council members felt was menacing, while Brooks clarified it was just her way of saying she kept records for accountability.
Oh, that makes sense now. Like I've got the evidence kind of thing, not threatening violence or anything.
Exactly, but not everyone interpreted it that way. It's one of those moments where tone and intention can easily be misunderstood, especially in conflict.
This is painting a picture of a very tense, divided council. Are there any calls for healing or moving forward?
Definitely. Several council members emphasized the need to put these divisions behind them, return to respectful dialogue, and focus on the city's mission. One quoted Jesus about keeping your gaze steady to avoid leading to evil, urging kindness and dignity.
I love that. It's a good reminder that people can disagree without tearing each other down.
For sure. Another interesting thing was a recommendation from legal counsel that the resolution was partly meant to protect the city from future legal liability, to clearly separate the city's official stance from the personal, sometimes defamatory, statements of Councilmember Brooks.
So it's like a legal shield, too, making clear the city doesn't endorse those statements.
Right. And there were also comments from the investigator herself, clarifying that all parties involved in the investigation were given a chance to participate and provide statements, including Councilmember Brooks, who initially said she had legal representation, but later submitted a written statement that was incorporated into the findings.
Okay, so she wasn't totally shut out of the process or anything. That's important for fairness.
Exactly. But even with that process, the council is still grappling with the fallout, how to hold people accountable while respecting rights, and how to keep the city's reputation intact.
It's like they're trying to balance being transparent, but also professional and stable. That's a tough tightrope.
It really is. And of course, there was a lot of debate about the limits of free speech. The First Amendment protects expression, but stops at things like threats, defamation, and inciting violence.
Yeah, elected officials can't just say whatever they want without consequences, especially if it harms others or the city.
That was part of the key message. Public service isn't just a right. It's a responsibility to act with integrity and truth.
So what happened in the end? Did the council pass the resolution?
Yes, after some amendments to soften the language around fitness for office, the resolution was adopted. It publicly denounced Brooks' conduct, but stopped short of declaring her unfit, leaving that to the voters and future processes.
That seems like a reasonable compromise, holding her accountable but respecting the democratic process.
Exactly. And in closing, some council members stressed that this isn't just about one person. It's setting a standard for the whole council and the community. They want Iowa Colony to be known for positive leadership, not conflict or division.
Makes sense. Hopefully this marks a turning point so everyone can focus on the city's actual business instead of drama.
That's the hope. So to sum up, this saga teaches us a lot about governance, accountability, the limits of free speech, and the importance of professional conduct, especially for those in public office.
Yeah, and it's also a reminder that politicians are human. They make mistakes, have disagreements, but the key